As we continue in the topic for justifying the research problem, here are the guide questions in presenting the researcher's justifications for his particular study. First, the problem, or first is the problem a current and timely one, meaning to say, okay, would this be like pandemic is phenomenal. Okay, meaning to say napapanahon. Okay? So current ba to? So you could write about if it's qualitative, quanti, the effects of pandemic. Pandemic. What else? To justify the research problem, the next task of a researcher is to justify why he selected it over other probable ones. Yesterday I got some students that came here in the faculty room, and like the first title this is was the implementation of business intelligence. The second one is student IMS, information system, and ethical issue arising from media information technologies. So this would be qualitative. This would be somehow qualitative, but I told them that this could be somehow interaction with the development also, that they need to focus and have this kind of subject, like for instance, in particular office or particular user endpoints, or like for instance, such data that will require data analysis for plan. When they asked me which among three, I told them that they should focus here, but they should twist it in accordance with a research topic that would be um, pointing to or relating to development stages. They went here so that they could converse and exchange ideas. Let's move on. If the researcher is to conduct a study of funding by a private or government institution, he must convince the approving committee about the important contribution of a such study to the field of knowledge, to the trust of the funding institution, and to the welfare and the development of society in general. So the research is to conduct study for a particular organization, whether it is government or private or a business institution. The researcher or the developer must convince the approving committee about the importance of its contribution, whether it is in the contribution in the body of knowledge, as mentioned earlier, to the trust that being provided by the organization to the developers or the researchers, and what would be the result, or what would be the welfare of such research in the society in particular. So the following are the guide questions in presenting the researcher's justification for his particular study. The first one is the problem a current or timely one? Mhm. So the topic you have chosen would be naaakiba ba sa panahon? Phenomenon ba to? So currently, One phenomenon right now is the pandemic. Hmm. Ano pa? The F2F, back to school setting of, of the students from the basic education up to the higher education. What else? What are the problems that are currently experienced and on timelines? So let's check here. And information technology, information knowledge. Mm-hmm. Issues and concern in the implementation of students' information system. So what would be okay? Let's check another. We have here one. Got here is sample qualitative research in IS. Okay, so we have here the list of information system management dissertation topics. Hello? So these are some of the topics under system management or information system management. So, mhm, mhm. Data mining and textual analysis on online purchasing. Oh, I like this one. So we could have this one. Yeah, I like this one. Data mining. How do online review impact mobile app downloads? How do private career organizations use information system management for effective functioning? Nice. Health records and database and inherent security concerns. Review of literature. These are some of the topics that's very on time, very timely for information system management. So consumer experience management, a review of evolving literature. So this one is qualitative. Mhm. A primary investigation on managers' perceptions and inclination towards use the big data for strategic decision making perspective of UK. So you could twist this one. Decision making, you make use of the data of a particular organization. So this is within the scope of information system. big data in the development countries, systematic exploration of ERP. Mhm, mhm. Okay, so that are some examples. So exploring the efficiency of e-government models through information system management in case of emerging economies. Okay, so nice to have those. At least we could have an idea in Philippines. Mhm. Okay, this is on phenomenon. Distance phenomenon learning are at a distance through emergency, remote teaching and needs of pandemic crisis. Example, which one? So here we are going to have here this kind of example of journals. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, these are example of journals that you have to read and you have to be collecting. So this one is an example of a qualitative research for on the phenomenon pandemic crisis for the distance learning on remote teaching strategies. Another one is another qualitative research, I think, which is the problem with the fake news. Youth experts speak on the impact of disinformation on politics, society, and democracy. So this one, with the use of social media, filtering the topics or online topics for news. Okay, so it is pervasive and widespread. Is it pervasive or widespread? Mhm. So anything that we experience like this one, this is pervasive and this is not just happening or the pandemic is not just happening in the Philippines. So what does it affect the special group of people such as mothers and children? Mhm. Does it relate to ongoing programs such as a land reform, family planning? Does it relate to broad social, economic, and health issues relating to pandemic again, such as unemployment, income, maldistribution, and aggression? Mhm. Who else is concerned about the problem? Who else is concerned about the problem? Would it be the top management officials for the decision of having face to face? Would it be for the pandemic? Would it be the medical doctors or other professionals? What are its direct and indirect, short and long range contribution to the welfare of a group of people or to the whole society? So as a researcher, we should review our answers to these questions and arrange them into paragraph that justifies the importance of research. So answering all this could justify our research problem. So answering this all, you could lead to writing your introduction somehow or leading to your justification. Why are you planning to have research on this kind of field or in this kind of topic? Okay. So that's our topic for today. So if you have questions, clarifications on the topic, You can send me a message or send me or drop me a comment below. Thank you.